Sri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Namaha. Sri Shukadeva Goswami says to King Parikshit, "O Parikshit, you might remember me telling you about Priyabrata, who climbed upon a chariot, bride chariot, and created 7 oceans and 7 islands. Wheels created oceans, and between the wheels, space created the islands. In the dynasty of that same Priyabrata, at the last, appeared a king whose name was Viraja. Viraja increased the glories of the dynasty of Priyabrata, just as Lord Vishnu increases the glories and splendor of demigods." Hearing this, King Parikshit asked, "O great sage, wherever sun shines, that place is called Bhumandala," he said. That place extended in the length and width you had explained to me, but not vividly, in essence. You had told me the names of 7 islands and the names of or ingredients of the 7 oceans, but in essence, I want to hear in greater detail. Will you please explain to me in detail? I want to hear them. Then King immediately thought, possible. Shukadeva Goswami may think with this, my desire, presenting it to him as a question, that the king is desirous, Parikshit is desiring to hear about material things. Like, hearing earth, water, fire, these are all matters. So, immediately, Parikshit Maharaj told, "O Gurudeva, when mind becomes attached to serving the Supreme Lord, naturally from the heart arises knowledge that is called realized knowledge. So then Lord is come to known to the devotee, yo janati tattvataha." So this material creation universe also has come from the Lord. So this is his external manifestation or gross appearance of the Supreme Lord. So when mind learns about the Supreme Lord, that same very mind also wants to learn about the gross material form of the Lord. So, please, O Gurudeva, be merciful unto me and explain to me in vivid details about the structure of the universe. The Supreme Lord is all transcendental. His form is totally transcendental. He has nothing to do with the material, but he appears in a material form, covered with 3 modes of material nature, taking a structure of the universe. please explain this to me. Sri Shukadeva Goswami said, you know there is no end for the material expansion and of Maya. Maya is that which is temporary. So this material nature, material universe is temporary. Therefore, it is called Maya. It is unlimited, practically. Even if I receive the duration of life as much as demigods, thousands and thousands of years, and you, listener, receive the same amount of years to live and listen that many years, still you will not be able to understand, nor I will be able to speak thoroughly. It is so big, so vast. Therefore, I shall explain to you the main or the principal parts and their names, their forms, their measurements, and as for their symptoms, I will explain to you but main things. I had previously stated to you some things. Even then, I will explain to you little more details, but about main points. You know, I had told you the Manu Maharaja's son, Priyabrata, had 10 sons. Out of 10 sons, 3 had taken renounced order of life, sannyasa, did not marry. 7 adopted household life. So when Priyabrata had climbed upon a chariot and divided into 7 islands, the whole earth was divided into 7 islands, he gave these 7 islands to his 7 householder sons. Jambudipa, in which we live in, that was given to his first son, Agnitra. Second son was given, Plakshadvipa. His name was Igmabahu. Third island, Salamali Dvipa, was given to his third son, Yajanabha. Fourth island, Kushadvipa, was given to Hiranyareta. Fifth island, Kṛṣṇa was given to Kṛta. Sixth island, Shakadvipa, was given to Medhatithi. And seventh island, Pushkaradvipa, was given to Bhitihotra. These 7 islands, he gave it to 7 sons. He gave one by one island to one each son and appointed them as kings of that island. Now, Agnitra became the king for Jambudipa, in which we live in. Jambudipa he divided into 8 pieces. And it is surrounded by salt water. Surrounded, salt water ocean. Leaving Bharatavarsha aside, 6 of them have heavenly atmospheres. That's why India, Bharatavarsha, is called Karma Bhumi, where you can do karma. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, or do sinning or whatever. Piety and impiety both are done there. That is called Karma Bhumi, and other 6 of them are called, 7 of them are called Bhoga Bhumi, place of enjoyment, or heaven on earth. The duration of life of people living in those islands also thousands of years. They don't grow old. They don't have gray hairs. They enjoy whole time. And the ladies, they copulate a long period of time. Each time they copulate, they stay copulating for a long time. And they don't bear children. They bear children at the last stage when they are ready to die. Then, whole earth is called Mrityuloka, a place of death. Whole earth, 7 islands, whole earth is called Mrityuloka. Everybody has to die. Whoever is born is must death. Jatasya dhruva mrityu dhrubam janma mritasya cha. Everybody has to die. So these ladies, besides in a Bharatavarsha and other verses, which are like heavenly atmosphere, the ladies bear children, only one child. One child they bear, and at the last stage. See, so much enjoyment is there. They do not worry about earning livelihood. Automatically, anything required to live comfortably is automatically supplied. They don't have too many children, so no anxieties. There is no excess of cold, excess of heat, excess of rain, no mosquitoes, no flies, and all that. Everybody enjoys like spring season. No one can go from one island to another island, one piece to another piece. They cannot travel with their bodies. Nobody. But if somebody dies, and as per their karma, if they've done good karma, they take birth there like they're taking birth to enjoy life thousands of years. Sri Sukadeva Goswami further says, whole earthly planet is divided into 7 parts, and it is the center point of lotus world, call it center point. And Jambudvipa is 80 million miles wide and length, means circumference. 80 million miles. 10 lakhs yojana is 80 lakhs. 80 million miles. And the form of it is Jambudvipa is like that of a lotus petal. Lotus petal is little roundish and like that. Jambudvipa is divided into 9 parts by Agnitra, given to his sons. And each part is 72,000 miles wide. And they have 8 mountains separating each parts. So one part fellows cannot go to other part. As per Brahmanda Purana, when earth was created, in the beginning of creation, when earth was created, it was placed on top of water, because before creation everything had water. So when earth was created, put on the top of water. Each day of Lord Brahma is also creation takes place. This time Lord Baraha. That's why it's called Varaha Kalpe, Bhavashvata Manvantare, like that. Bhavashvata Manu is the Manu for this time of Lord Brahma's day. So that what we explained to you long time ago about creation, that is Lord Brahma's day's creation. But I'm here talking is that beginning of creation after Lord Brahma took birth then. So he placed the earth on top of water, and water is always shaky, has its waves. So when the earth was placed on top of water, it shook like a boat in the ocean. Small little boat you be put in the ocean and it shakes like that. So Brahma was in anxiety. If it shakes like this, we cannot do creation. So he took so many hills and put in each side, different places, thinking that this heavy weight of the hills and mountains will stop earth shaking because its water has waves. So earth did not stop. So Lord Brahma thought, oh, each time I have to do meditation, which is true. Without meditation, without serving the Lord, there is no peace. So Lord Brahma meditated for some time. Then realization came from within. The Lord is seated in everyone's heart. So from comes knowledge, remembrance, and forgetfulness. The knowledge came from within. Said, you divide the earth into two parts and give one part to cows, another part to Brahmins. Then earth will be peaceful, no problem, will not shake no more. So Lord Brahma opened up his meditation and did a line, gave half to the cows and half to the Brahmins. Earth stopped shaking. That's why Lord Kṛṣṇa is prayed. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Gau Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagadhitaya Kṛṣṇaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. That's why we pray. Because he loves cows and Brahmins. So when you eat cows and you become a devotee, how can you give liberation to others? Because you chant properly, live correctly, then you may get liberation, but you cannot take charge of liberating others. That's why those who eat meat, what to speak of eating cows, or drink wine, what to speak of, or drink tea, coffee, what to speak of drinking hard liquor, you cannot give liberation to others. It's not possible. I remember this. Jayadvaita Swāmī and me and Mahānidhi Swāmī, three of us were in one room in Delhi Temple ISKCON. And they were all going, we were all going to Mayapur for a meeting because it's time for festival. So Jayadvaita said, this time, he stood up from his chair and he said, this time you have to appoint some ladies to be gurus. I said, no, scriptures don't allow ladies to become gurus. Oh, he became furious on me, and Mahānidhi is also listening. Mahānidhi is a white man American. He is also white man American. Both two devotees, and I am in the center sitting there. In Delhi ISKCON temple. It happened. So he said, no, ladies are more advanced than men. I was giving lectures in Los Angeles and Jadurani was giving better lectures than mine. I said, that is fine. Women can become a better devotee than men, no problem. They can go back to Godhead, no problem. I am not against women for sure. Because women and men, they are only external garbs of the spirit soul. Your soul is required by God, not the body. So, no, we have to appoint. This is so. So we dispersed somehow, I forget details, a long time ago. Then Mahānidhi told me, Swāmī, they won't listen to you what you say. They will make their own girlfriends become gurus. He told me this. I never thought this way. that don't happen even today. We are born in a very, very, very inconceivably high class, pure Brahmin family. So we don't know these girlfriends. Never heard. Even today in Vrindavan, I'm sure people don't know. So earth became quiet. Scriptures don't allow ladies to become gurus. Not possible. It's impossible. You can argue many ways, many things, but it's not possible. Scriptures don't allow. Scriptures are not against ladies. No way. But they have given chance to men better because their mind can be easily and quickly become steady. That's why. Earth became steady by the mercy of the Supreme Lord. Then you remember Prabhupāda divided earth into 7 pieces, 7 islands, and later on, after Lord Brahma divided into 2 pieces, 2 parts for cows and Brahmins. Then Prabhupāda divided into 7 islands. Brahmins, because they did not know how to manage, how to take care, so they gave their portion to Kshatriyas, and Kshatriyas managed the whole earth, including cows part, and everything has gone nice. Jambudvīpa has 9 parts, I have said. Out of 9 parts, 2 drowned in the ocean, 7 remained. So 7 parts were given to 7 sons by Agnitra. They are number 1, Kim Purusha Varsha. Number 2, Harivarsha. Number 3, Ramyaga Varsha. Number 4, Hiranmaya Varsha. Number 5, Bhadrasva Varsha. Number 6, Ketumala Varsha. Number 7, Bharat Varsha. Ilavrat Varsha. Bharat Varsha, the whole thing. After dividing, because he divided in such a way that Ilavrata Varsha fell in the center of the division. Center of the division. Upon which, in the center of Ilavrata Varsha is the center of the world of lotus center. And center of Ilavrata Varsha had a mountain called Mount Sumeru, great mountain. And I forgot that. Now listen, each Varsha were length and width. The circumference of each Varsha was 72,000 miles. Orbit miles. If you do parikrama like do for Vrindavan, same way. 72,000 miles. And center of this Ilavrata Varsha is Mount Sumeru, which is a solid gold, built of solid gold, real gold. And that is 800,000 miles high from bottom to the top, out of which 256,000 miles is inside. No, I forgot. 128,000 miles inside. And the peak or summit of the Mount Sumeru is 256,000 miles wide summit. On top is Lord Shiva's abode. Just see. And I will tell you a little later. Out of the whole 800,000 miles, this mountain called Mount Sumeru, is 672,000 miles above Earth and goes down is 128,000 miles. That's correct. On the bottom, up below the Earth, 120,000 miles below the Earth and 672,000 miles above Earth. So whole total becomes 800,000 miles. And on top of the summit, Lord Shiva resides. Surya Devata or sun god sits on his chariot and moves around this Mount Sumeru. So Mount Sumeru is so thick, so big. So this side sun stays, and that side of the Mount Sumeru is night. When moves around, comes this side, sun comes this side, that side turns into night. The sun god has one wheel on his chariot, and other side is hooked up to Mount Sumeru. It goes like I don't know nowadays what you say, like an oil maker has his wood inside the big pot, and some sesame seeds are poured in, and then bull moves around the circles. So it makes oil out of sesame seeds, something like that. So, Eka Chakri Ratharudha Dibya Kanaka Bhushana Akashi Pramate Nityam Padmastat Divakara. Sun god has one wheel in his chariot and he climbs upon and makes sure wherever he is, night don't stay, becomes day. That's why his name is Divakara, one who turns night into day. Whenever sun stays this side and that side, moon stays, making nighttime lit, but night don't turn into day. Why? Because moon borrows rays from sun. That is called Jyotsna, soothing rays. Sun's rays are hard and fast, very hard rays, teasing, tormenting, burning sun. But moon is soothing. The stars and moon move other side of the sun like that. Bane mayura gaganeshu megha lakshantare bhanu jaleshu padmaha indur dulakhya kumudasya toi jatisya priti dhruvam nishchay. See? The clouds are in the sky, but peacock is on the ground sitting on a tree. Becomes very jolly seeing rain-filled cloud and calls upon, cries out, please rain, like that. The lotus on the water, sun is very high. And when sun comes, lotus sprouts opens up. Indur Dulaksha. Indu means moon. Moon is double in the height of sun. Single height, so many miles, and above it, double height is moon. So when moon rises, lily flower at night sprouts. Welcome. So whoever is friendly, doesn't matter how far they live, they're friends each other, they think about that and feel very happy like that. So between sun and moon, between the 100,000 yojanas, 200,000 yojanas, say for example, double size. Between the sun and moon, there is a Rahu planet. After you cross the sun, you go to Rahu planet. But nowadays, so much speculation is there in the form of astronomy, and they say so many ways. But what I know is this from the scriptures. God created this universe and he also wrote scriptures. So he knows better about his creation as universe than anybody else knows. Because whoever knows, they know only about their country, their nation, their city, their town, their family, their house. Maybe some other countries they may know, but they don't know whole universe, how it works like that. So Ilavartha Varsa is 72,000 miles wide. It has 3 mountains, Nila, Sweta, and Srungavan on the north. These mountains are also 1,600 miles, 16,000 miles high, each of them. And south of that, Ilavartha Varsa is other 3 mountains like Nisada, Hemakuta, and Himalaya. We will discuss a little later about how Ganges comes to earth. These mountains are 80,000 miles high. And these divide each Varsa. So one person cannot go to other place. The scriptures have decided that each living entity must live 100 years as per their calculation. So starting from ant or mosquito to Lord Brahma, everybody lives 100 years as per their calculation. Just as we think that Lord Brahma lives innumerable years, that is trillions and trillions of years, it's very difficult to understand. Similarly, mosquito may be thinking that human beings live so many years, trillions and trillions of years as per his calculation. So Lord Brahma created this universe by the order of the Supreme Lord. And the Supreme Lord appeared as Vyasadeva, and he wrote down the names of each Varsa, each island, the names, and each hill and mountain, the width and length of mountains and earth and everything. He wrote. God knows about his creation better than anybody who is mortal, born in Kali Yuga, claiming to be very knowledgeable person, speculating about how high is moon, sun, or other parts, or where is heaven or hell. All this is speculation. We must accept authority. Authorities are scriptures. Shruti, Smriti, Puranadi. Tasmat Sastram Pramananti Karya Karya Vyavastito. One must follow scriptures. Better to follow scriptures. Not only this, the ripened food, Nigamakalpatarur Galitam Phalam, Sukha Mukha. Then the ripened fruit of Vedic desire tree is Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. There it is written, the measurements of the whole earth planet, each island, and mountain's height, and their summit, and all that. It's written there. And Sukha Mukhad Amritam Trabasanyutam. Sukadeva Goswami spoke it. And Parikshit Maharaj, emperor for whole earth, that time, heard and accepted it. Therefore, accepting such authority is the best way to achieve knowledge. Rejecting and doubting them can accumulate offense. Let us be good devotees and accept the authority. authorities. Thank you very much.